or whatever else. So, and to me, to hold this whole thing up because we're somehow concerned that we have or don't have an issue with the website. I understand doing both things at once, but they ain't happening by April. And they're not happening by June, July, August, or September either. So I think we continue to move that forward. To me, this is something new. It's the board, and it required a communication because this is the board deciding whether we want to move forward with this functionality. As far as the website goes, to me, that falls back on the IT department, because whether any supervisor put a communication in to take a look at the website to say whether it's compliant or not is totally unnecessary. That's our IT department should be coming to the board saying, hey guys, we have a problem here, we need to look at this. So that's what, that's why I see them as two completely separate things. But, and to, I guess the last thing I was gonna say about it, I agree with Holding, they're gonna tape the meeting, we're gonna see what kind of product we have. I think it is inherently unfair, and I appreciate the efforts that Supervisor Tallner has done up to this point, as a board, to expect that we've got one supervisor that's gonna spearhead this whole thing and is making all these phone calls, to me is ridiculous. So, I'm gonna go back to something I said it before, I'll say it again, I've said it probably 10 times. We need to pay somebody to get this stupid thing up and running and get it going, and maybe it'll take care of itself after the fact. This isn't rocket science, it is to some extent. But again, looking at the report, Director, is like $222,000 sitting in the contingency fund. Does the IT department have the capacity right now, if we were to insert more money into the IT department for someone in there to do a temporary, to pick this thing up and get it working? Or can we go outside and get a consultant to come in here and get it working? Because that guy right there shouldn't be the one that has to spearhead this thing.
Yeah, I can talk with IT and come up with something and come back to the next meeting.
If you could do that, because I mean, I'm prepared to, I'll make a motion at that point or a communication to say, okay, let's take a portion of, and we have money. This isn't gonna happen for free, and if that's what we're gonna keep assuming, then that's the kind of product you're gonna get. So.
Yeah, it's just, but again, I mean, this is the path that this committee went down. You formed your own group. I, at the last meeting, said, listen, you're going beyond the normal process, and you're doing this all yourselves.
Yeah, I would have hired somebody 6 months ago.
I can talk with the IT team and get an update on the RFI.
And if they don't have the capacity, Chad, you know, like somebody within the department for overtime, or I understand it's gonna take.
I don't think that's gonna be an issue. I think where we're at now, it's basically, what does the contract look like? What are the requirements? I think it's still gonna go back to, based off of the recording, is it gonna need Court Council's scrutiny on meeting the standards? But before I hypothesize, let me just do this. Let me just talk with the IT team, come up with a plan. Next meeting, I'll have something outlined for you.
Okay. You have more questions?
No, I'm not against going forward with this. I just want to make sure we have all the puzzle figured out.
My motion was
You're still good with that?
Yes.
So we're seconding that.
Anything else, Ross, any more?
No. So,
Any other?
what was the motion? To hold until next month?
Till we got more information.
Hold and bring it back to the February meeting, which was basically the intent anyway. I said at the December meeting, we were gonna do this tonight, and then February, we were gonna review the recording and see what it looked like.
And the other part of that was tech support too for the county board meeting. So you'd want to look at that too. And at the same time,
We may as well. I mean, if we're going to put out a product, as I said, we gotta have, let's put out a decent product. And no disrespect to Supervisor Castor, but again, unless he's going to wear flag underwear or pants when we do this Pledge of Allegiance, then that's what we're looking for.
I can do that.
Thank you. We'll buy them for you. Anything else, gentlemen? in favor of the motion on the floor,